Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cleveland Browns. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. But he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Watson now to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. From the red zone now, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Tua going to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got to hook up to Moore. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they can't bring him down. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They're going for it. It's Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still shedding tackles. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Watson on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right.
Oh, God.
Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell from 19 yards away. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense holds. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, round 6.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And Mostert with a 1st down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Out of bounds. The offense retains possession.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe laying himself out in the end zone. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Watson off play action. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Hey, get set. Turbo 1.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll get in as they're back within the score now. The lead's down to 7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. Exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
They'll be going for another opportunity now. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Turbo 1 hard. Turbo 1 hard.
To a fast pass outside complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. Mostert. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Browns 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, Watson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Elijah Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force a penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
They just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still want to kick it.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns 21.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Sheds off the tackle. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points of the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 21.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. On 1st and 10, Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And this pass broken up. That's an encourager on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On 1st down, Watson. That pass complete to Moore. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. Chubb is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson sliding out of the pocket. But I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure, and the pressure gets to him again. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. There he goes, right side. He may go. And all the way in for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 69 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
42, Browns 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson on first down. Bell brings it in across the formation. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Once again, it's Mostert, and he'll get it inside the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating, and they are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now, with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A good timeout.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's brought down at the 34. We'll call it a gain of 4. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage, Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 24.
Here's Watson. Caught here by Bell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A give. This is Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They hand it off to Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter.
And here on third down, your number one goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And this is inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the ball is knocked out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
I guess I got to hand it to him. That was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.